What's up guys, IDK Player here, coming back with a brand new NASCAR video guys, and today, since we don't have anything to talk about NASCAR Heat 4 related, and since we don't have any NASCAR Heat 4 news to report on, we're going to be making a video on why EA Sports stopped making NASCAR games. So, before we get into the video, shout out to my donators, NASCAR Fan 24, Anthony Ortiz, and Chester Goodwin. Links to their channels will be in the description below. So without further ado guys, let's get started. So I know most of you guys probably already know this, but EA Sports used to obviously make NASCAR games, and they started making NASCAR games around the late 90s, and then they stopped making NASCAR games in the early 2000s, with their last NASCAR game they ever made being NASCAR O9. Now, a lot of people did like the games that EA Sports were putting out for NASCAR, and I'm just going to let you guys know, just for example, a lot of people did like NASCAR Thunder 2004, which was made by EA Sports, and the newest one that I could think of that a lot of people did like, even though it did lack some things that were in previous NASCAR games, and that was also made by EA Sports, that was NASCAR O9. So even though it did lack some qualities that were in NASCAR Thunder 2004, a lot of people still like NASCAR O9, obviously because of, you could download paint schemes. A lot of people did like that stuff too. But the real question is, where did it all go wrong? So if you guys did play NASCAR games that were made by EA Sports, I would say from around NASCAR '07 and NASCAR '09, it seemed like they weren't adding a lot of new stuff in from before, like going from NASCAR Thunder 2002 to like NASCAR Thunder 2004, or for Chase for the Cup, which it was in like 2005. It seemed like they weren't adding a lot of new stuff in. So this is like, started raising some eyebrows of like, did they just run out of content to like, put into the games? Did they just run out of ideas? So then the question is obviously, why did EA stop making NASCAR games after NASCAR '09? Because after NASCAR '09, they canceled making NASCAR games, and we didn't have another NASCAR game till NASCAR the Game 2011. So for the 2010 season, we didn't have a NASCAR game. So what went wrong? So basically, I looked up, on Google, why did EA Sports stop making NASCAR games? And I found this article, and this article basically just sums up why EA Sports stopped making NASCAR games. So this article got its information from the NASCAR '09 Wikipedia page. I was just letting you guys know that. So if you guys want to know where this article got its information from, there you go. So it says Electronic Arts, aka EA, has stated they would not make another title due to slumping sales, lack of popularity, and the difficulty of installing any new features. Also, EA Sports will lose their exclusive license as NASCAR's official video game producer in 2010. So then for the rest of the article, he basically just talked about how, it just sucks that this happened and stuff like that. He would like to see 2010's version. But he did mention something real quick, and this is what I do remember, is that with NASCAR '08 and NASCAR '09, when they decided to add the car tomorrow, the manufacturer's logos were not on the front of the car. So as you guys know, with the car tomorrow, the bodies were basically the same. The only way you could tell the difference between the cars, the difference between the manufacturers is by their logo, and what they'll do is they'll put the logo on the front, and they'll try to make it look like it's their cars that they have driving on the road by just putting stickers on it. So that's how you can basically tell the difference between a Dodge, a Toyota, a Chevrolet, and a Ford. But in NASCAR '08 and NASCAR '09, they didn't even have any manufacturers. They just had like some little grill at the front of it, and they just called it a day. So then I went to go around and try to research on why EA Sports took out any manufacturer references to the car tomorrow in NASCAR '09 and to the car tomorrow in NASCAR '08. Remember, in NASCAR '08, they had the Gen 4 NASCAR, aka the Gen 4 stock car, and the car tomorrow. And with the Gen 4 stock car, basically they still had their manufacturers in NASCAR '08. But if you wanted to race the car tomorrow in NASCAR '08, you basically didn't have any manufacturer references to that car. So I went searching, and I couldn't find any information on why EA Sports pulled any references to manufacturers for NASCAR '09 and NASCAR '08, only with the car tomorrow. And to be honest, I was looking through it and I couldn't find any information on it. So if you guys do find any information on it, and comment down below the answer to why EA Sports did pull out any references to manufacturers in NASCAR O8 for the car tomorrow and in NASCAR O9, I'll be sure to pin the comment in the comment section below. Oh, and also in NASCAR O8, they did pull any reference to manufacturers for the Truck Series, and in NASCAR O9, they pulled any reference to manufacturers for the Busch Series and the Truck Series in NASCAR O9. I know there was the modifieds in NASCAR O8 and NASCAR O9, but I don't think they even had, manufacturers references to begin with, or I don't even think modifieds even have any type of manufacturer. So someone might have to fact check that on me, but just so you guys know, in NASCAR O8, the Truck Series didn't have any manufacturer references, and in NASCAR O9, there was no manufacturer references to the Busch Series and the Truck Series. Also, in the article, as you guys saw, it said basically that EA was running out of new features to add into their NASCAR game. So that basically kind of shows how around the NASCAR 06, NASCAR 07 era to NASCAR 09, it seems like within that area, it seemed like EA just stopped adding new features, or didn't really stop adding new features, but didn't add as many features as they were before with their NASCAR Thunder 2003, NASCAR Thunder 2004 games, or NASCAR Chase to the Cup 2005. Like, within that area, it seemed like they were adding more features into their games. And once NASCAR 06 came around, NASCAR 07, NASCAR 08, and NASCAR 09, it seemed like they were adding less and less features, and it obviously shows that they're just running out of ideas to add into these NASCAR games. Another thing that caught my eye in the article was that it seemed like sales were dipping. So it wasn't just the fact that EA couldn't find new features to add into their NASCAR games that contributed to EA to stop making NASCAR games. It was also because sales were dipping on the NASCAR games that they were making, and it seemed that the popularity for the NASCAR games were dipping. So as you guys know, around this time period, it seemed like NASCAR ratings were going down, but not dramatically. They're going down, but little by little. So as you guys know, you look back to 2007, 2008 to 2009, NASCAR was still very popular around that area. Like, if you look at the stands from 2007 races, 2008 races, 2009 races, the stands, they were still pretty full, and more races back in 2007, 2008, 2009 were selling out than, right now within our era, 2018, 2019, not as many stands for the races are being able to sell out. Like, they're even taking out stands at some of these tracks to make it look like there's more people at the race. So that kind of like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of speechless for that. I'm like, popularity going down, because for me personally, I feel like NASCAR games within 2007 to 2009, like that area, like seemed pretty popular. So EA must had some serious expectations for their NASCAR games for them to say that they were obviously losing popularity and that the sales were going down. Now, how far were the sales going down and how much popularity was being lost? I don't know, but apparently the EA, they think that obviously the sales were going down too much and that the popularity was obviously dwindling too much for them to pull out and stop making NASCAR games. So yeah, those are the main reasons why EA Sports basically just stopped making NASCAR games. They didn't like the fact that sales were going down, and at that time point, they basically couldn't find any new ideas or think of any new features to add into the NASCAR games, and the popularity for the NASCAR games apparently to EA at that time were going down. So after NASCAR O9, we wouldn't have another NASCAR game for consoles until NASCAR the Game 2011. And I'm mainly talking about NASCAR games that don't look or feel like you're playing Mario Kart, by the way. So after NASCAR the Game 2011, we got NASCAR Inside Line. And this is about the area when Technics took over. And then after Technics stopped making NASCAR games, 704 started making NASCAR games. And I'm talking about 704 games. And they are still currently making NASCAR games. Now, me personally, I'm okay with the fact that EA Sports stopped making NASCAR games because I feel like if EA Sports was still making NASCAR games, the effort level with EA Sports on releasing these NASCAR games would be little to none. I feel like we wouldn't get any types of new features, and I just feel like the effort level on making the NASCAR games would be once again little to none. And listening to the community effort level for EA Sports, I feel like if they're still making NASCAR games, the effort level for them listening to community would be zero to none. And I feel like 704 Games does a way better job on adding new features into their NASCAR games, and does a way better job on listening to the community, and does a way better job on putting in effort into releasing these NASCAR games than EA does. So that's just my opinion. I know everyone else has their own opinion, but that's why, I'm okay with EA Sports not making NASCAR games anymore. So that will be it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. If you guys are new, don't forget to smack that like button if you did enjoy this video. Comment down below your opinions about this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more NASCAR Heat 4 news videos, because once I do get news on NASCAR Heat 4, I will be uploading videos left and right. So don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so once NASCAR Heat 4 news does release, I will be uploading videos on that left and right. And also don't forget to subscribe for other NASCAR Heat 4 related videos, and don't forget to subscribe for NASCAR E3 2019 DLC videos and other NASCAR gaming videos that I will be uploading. And also don't forget to subscribe for NASCAR Heat 3 2019 DLC live streams, Project Cars 2 live streams, and now GTA 5 NASCAR live streams. So thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in my next live stream or in my next video. IDK out. And I got this soul.